Hello again and welcome to Tommy Travers' football predictions. Going to do a few predictions now on the National League, which is starting off this weekend. We have a good few very entertaining matches, I think, coming up. The first match we have is Meath against Derry. Now, as far as I know, Meath are getting the match or the ground in Navan done up. So they're playing all their home games in Croke Park. Now, Croke Park always suited Meath. All the great teams, Colin O'Rourke and Colin Coyle and all these top players that won All Ireland's in the 4 in a row match against Dublin, which Meath won in the end with a late goal. You know, there were great matches, and Meath never minded playing Dublin in Croke Park, whereas other teams used to want to get them out of it. But Meath didn't mind that. So Meath anyways has to play all their matches in Croke Park, their home matches in Croke Park, which is a big boost now to the GAA as well, because Meath can have fair few supporters. They went very close on winning the All-Ireland, or not the All-Ireland, the Leinster final last year. But look, at Louth deserved to win it, to beat them, and they did deserve to win it after what happened in 2010. So Meath and Derry anyway, this is, as I always say, a very hard match to call now again. But I'm going to go for Meath in this match. Going to chance Meath to win in this. Now they're going to want to perform very well, because all the teams out of the north have very tough teams to beat, and this is going to be a hard match as well. So I'm going for Meath in that one. Now the next one is, which is in Croke Park as well, of course, the Dubs are playing Donegal. And Donegal are a bit like Meath too. They don't mind playing in Croke Park. In 2014 semi-final, they beat Dublin, and Dublin were out and out favourites that time. The only thing about Dublin at that stage were they were flying forward with the ball, and they weren't really concentrating, I think anyway, on defence. And Jim Gavin got caught out with Jim McGuinness. Jim McGuinness seeing that there was room in behind the back line. There was space in there and really no one in there. And or maybe one or two players, if you could get quick ball in there, you could exploit it. And that's what they done and beat them. But look, it's very hard to beat Dublin. Dublin learned a lot from that match. And they reorganised themselves, and they got the defence right after that. I can tell you that. They didn't win 6 All-Irelands in a row without sorting out the defence. So Jim Gavin learned a lot from losing that match. But today anyway, Dublin and Donegal, I'm going to chance Donegal. Now I went for them in the All-Ireland final and they didn't do it. And they were well beaten in that match. Kerry slaughtered them really now. The camera went on to Jim McGuinness there a few times, and he looked lost, you know what I mean? And you're looking at him, you'd say to yourself, this fella doesn't know what to do with this team to stop Kerry. It's very hard when Kerry get on a roll in an All-Ireland final to stop them, But anyway, in this match, I'm going to chance Donegal to win. Donegal to beat Dublin. Now they're going to have to play very, very well to beat Dublin, because Dublin and Croke Park is no joke. And Dublin, they're one of the teams that could win the All-Ireland. This is the first match in the league now. So we'll see, they have a new manager, Brennan, so we'll see how he gets on after his great success with Louth. He wasn't long leaving Louth there and swinging back to Dublin when he got the offer. So I don't know who is manager of Louth now, actually. I must find that out. Tyrone then is playing Kildare. Now, Kildare had a very bad loss last week. They lost. They were winning the game for the whole time, bar the last 60, 90 seconds. And I think McHugh, the Donegal man, Mark McHugh's son, outfoxed Kildare. You know, he brought on three very subs, great subs, at about halfway through the second half, I think it was. And it swung it for them anyway, and they won it. And they won it with a 2-pointer. Now, I think Kildare and these other teams are drifting too far back in defence, and they're not going out and putting pressure on these guys taking 2-pointers. Now, they only needed a 1 point to win it, but he took the 2-pointer because he'd more room out there. They weren't really on him. And these players now are practicing this, I'd say, in training a lot of the time, and they're able to put the ball over from the out that circle. What is it, 40 yards out from the goal, whatever it is. Like, it's a good shot, and it was a very good shot. But what you call it, Westmeath done it very well because they played the ball around. Now, it could have went against them, but they knew that if they hit the ball wide, time was up and it was a draw and it would have went to penalties. So they weren't really going to lose anything, you know what I mean? And then when it went over, they won it, and they were absolutely delighted. They deserved to win it, you know. And Kildare and Newbury's, like, they should have been winning that match by right, you know. But look at Westmeath anyway won it. But I have to do this prediction now on Tyrone and Kildare. Now, in my book, the best Kildare can do today is get a draw. To get a draw, I think they're doing well. Be great if they won it, but don't think they will. If they can get a draw up there, it's a great result, because Tyrone are a hard team. There's great teams in this second division this year, do you know? So I'm going to go for a draw in that match. Hopefully Kildare get a draw. Then the next match I'm going to do then is Manchester United against Arsenal in the league. Manchester United, I went against them last week, and I did say that when I go for City, United would probably win, and they did. Now I went for City. I'm not going to try and claim that I got it right, because I didn't. Got it wrong. But I'm going to chance United today. So that can probably put the hoodoo on United. But I'm going to go for United to beat Arsenal. Now, if the manager is able to pull off this, I tell you one thing, it's a great achievement in his second match as manager this time round, you know. But I'm going to go for United anyway. Now, the next match I'm going to do is Spurs, who will follow myself. Spurs against Burnley. Spurs should be beating Burnley, but look at, they should be beating teams left, right and centre, and they're not beating them. And they're not doing well in the league. They've done well in Europe. They won 2-0. Now, one of the goals was a comedy of errors, but you don't care when you get the goal. Doesn't matter. The player even that got it was laughing, you know, because whatever way he went, sort of stumbled on the ball and it went into the net. But you don't care. Once the ball goes into the back of the net, you don't care. Spurs won it. Good win for them now in Europe. It's no doubt. I was delighted for Thomas Frank, you know, because he's under atrocious pressure. But I'm going to chance Spurs to win that match today. Okay, Shinna will. Thank you.